Hi everybody, it's Ellen Karis. Welcome to Karis's Comedy Corner. I know it's been a long time. 4 months according to my agent. So I'm sorry I haven't done a video. I've just been, busy. You know the deal. However, I do want to tell you guys something before we go any further. I do have a radio show now. It actually started in June. It's called Karis's Comedy Corner. I like to, use the same title for everything. And it is on bboxradio.com. That's an internet radio station. It airs from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do it live. Then also later on, we put it up on Mixcloud, and I'm just about to release a new website, so I'll be posting it on my new website. So I do it once a week. It's really a lot of fun, and I really hope you will tune into Karis's Comedy Corner. But in the meantime, here I am, and I figured, you know what? What better way to start the new year than to talk about New Year's resolutions? Because, that hasn't been done before. So, Happy New Year, everybody, by the way. 2016. I can't believe it. Da cronia pernane, as my grandmother would say, which means the years are going. So, let's talk about some resolutions. I'm going to share some of mine with you, and they might be exactly like yours or polar opposite, or maybe they're the exact same as some of the 9 million things that you've read on the internet. So let's start with the obvious: better eating. Now, anybody that knows me knows that I have a sugar addiction, and I worked very hard in 2015 to try to get a handle on that. I'm actually not doing bad, but I'm going to tell you something. Once a sugar addict, always a sugar addict. So this Christmas, had a really hard time this holiday season when they brought out the dessert table, with the cherry pie and the apple pie and the pumpkin pie and the Italian cookies. I love Italian cookies. It's like, that the rainbow and the ones with the jelly inside, dipped in the chocolate. All right, I have to stop talking about it, but you know what I'm saying, right? So, I'm now into healthy eating. I'm trying my hardest. And I read this book, by the way, not that long ago, called The End of Dieting by Joel Fuhrman. I highly recommend it. It actually talks about how horrible sugar is for you. So, it can be a little depressing, but because then you think about, gee, well, what damage have I done? I'm just kind of hoping it reversed itself at some point, or will. But anyway, it's a really good book. I highly recommend it. And Dr. Fuhrman has sort of convinced me to go somewhat vegan. Now, he's pretty vegan in the book, but I'm going to try to eat more vegan. So less chicken, which, by the way, people, chicken has cholesterol. I mean, I hate to even say this on video, but I know a lot of people, some of my contemporaries, you know what we're talking about now? We're talking about high cholesterol, okay? We used to talk about like how, I'm trying to put this mildly because my agent who's on the young side is taping, what we used to do on a Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Now we talk about what our HDL and LDL levels are. So you do a little research, right? Well, obviously everybody knows about meat and everybody knows about eggs, but you don't realize like fish and chicken have cholesterol in it also. So sometimes you think that you're eating healthy, but you might not be eating healthy for you. So try to go a little bit more vegan. Maybe it's very hard also to do that, 7 days a week. Maybe start to do it 2 or 3 days a week. I think it's better than nothing. So got vegan protein powder. I'm very into protein shakes. I actually have a video on how to make a smoothie. Get yourself a NutriBullet, by the way. If you haven't got one, I highly recommend it. So I'm doing my vegan, and I'm also trying to eat more organic. I know, you're saying, Ellen, these carrots are $45. Well, you know what? You can find some some organic foods that are reasonably priced. I'm not saying all of them. I know what you mean. But you got to find that supermarket that prices them at a decent level. Sometimes those health food stores mark them up like 9,000%. It's ridiculous. And I'm also nuts. Nuts are very good for you. And can I tell you a secret? Not a secret, because how is it a secret? I'm just, it's a video. But Brazilian nuts, I found this like my new BFF. Is they're really good, they're really filling. I'm telling you guys right now, you have like 7 of these and eat them. Each one is like 3 bites. a snack, not a meal, but a snack. I'm telling you, they're nutrient dense, which means that they have a lot of nutrients in just a little bit of space. I know you're saying to myself, you know what, I'd rather have a burrito. Yeah, me too, but you know what? Not good for you. Try Brazilian nuts, all kinds of nuts, almonds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, pecans, walnuts, unsalted and raw, and if you can get organic. So I don't know if there's a Fairway near you. We have a Fairway here in New York City. It's fantastic. So that's my thing with the eating. So the clean eating, and let me tell you, don't think I don't struggle when I go to a party. Don't think that when I walk by, 5 napkins and people are eating a bacon cheeseburger, I don't want one. But, and I guess if I splurge once in a while, it's not a big thing. It's just like you can't make a habit of it. All right, we'll move on. So another thing is I want to look better. And by the way, I don't know if you noticed, I cut my hair. I did that a couple of weeks ago. I did that before the new year. I was ready for a new look. So I got the new look, and you know what? Do something new. I don't know. If you have a lot of hair, if you're a guy, shave your head. If you have a lot of hair and you're a girl, you can shave your head, although I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out. But, try a new hairstyle or a new makeup or something. So I got the new hairstyle, and I really want to start to look much more presentable. Like, I'd like to look studio ready all the time. So my hairdresser, after she cut my hair, told me to get it's a curling iron. It's really a curling wand. This is 3 weeks ago. As you can see, it's still in the box. So hopefully I'll open it up and I'll use it. But this is supposed to be really good. Mousse, and I got some gel. I haven't used this since the 80s. But anyway, that's what she said, so I can make my hair all like scrunchy and cute. And just take care of my skin better, although I'm pretty good at it, but hydrate. So here, look, this is a Brewmaster facial spray. So see, like hot New York City apartment. See, there you go, hydrated. Okay, I've lost the men. All right, let's move on. All right, this is for everybody. Staying calm, because I got a lot going on. We all have a lot going on, not just me. I don't mean to be narcissistic. But so, guess what I got as a gift? You're never going to believe it. These are in. A coloring book, an adult coloring book. See, keep calm and color on. And as you can see, I haven't done anything with it yet. I have some colored pencils. But just think about it, coloring. It's like the next best thing to, maybe taking something. So this is all the rage, and not expensive. Well, I don't know, $10, $12.99, and I'm sure, especially if you have kids, you have like 9,000 crayons or some kind of colored pencils or utensils around, so you can use that and take out your frustrations on here, and it will calm you. It will calm you. I'll let you know how that works. Also, any inspirational books or whatever, go to the bookstore. Listen to me, of course. I'm just so old school when it comes to certain things. I don't have a Kindle. I do like books. I love Dr. Wayne Dyer. He's fantastic. And every morning I'm reading Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life, Living in the Wisdom of the Tao. And it's, I think there's like 80 of them. And it's got a verse, and he explains to you what it means, because some of these it's like poetry, and who understands that? Not me. So, but anyway, whatever inspirational book, just pick one up. And I, every morning I make my coffee, and then I read one, and I start my day. Also, I'm a huge believer in aromatherapy. Everybody should have a bottle of some type of aromatherapy. See? This one is comforting. It's geranium. It's for comforting. I used to have a bottle of frankincense in my bag all the time for anxiety. So actually I have to reorder that, because it's been quite the holiday. So do something for you to, keep yourself calm. And then the last thing is cleaning up, because I am a paper hoarder. So there's been a lot going on in my house. This box, I had about 4 boxes of these. I'm not going to show you exactly what it is on the inside. They're files. These are all tax returns. Tax returns. I'm shredding. You only need the last 3 years. And by the way, that's accounting advice I'm giving you. Unless you've committed fraud. And if you committed fraud, do me a favor, turn this off, because honestly, I don't want your energy. Because I used to be an accountant, and that would really bother me. But anyway, I'm shredding. I'm getting rid of paper. Look here. Paper. Lots of paper. Okay? Get yourself a good shredder. And You know, and then of course, you know, I'm hoping for a great career, a great 2016, you know, with the help of you guys spreading the word about Ellen Karis, Karis's Comedy Corner, these videos, my radio show. And you know what? I think somebody wants to say something. So let's go over and to the next room and find out. So, honey, you know me best. What do you think my 2016 resolution should be?
How do you make some money?